Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ladia and you're watching Mimi Made It by Ladia. I'm so glad you stopped by today as I present the third in my wedding tablescape series, and that is the anniversary table. I created this table by using some of the items that you normally would receive depending upon the number of years that you have been married. And I am using crystal, and that is for 15 years of marriage. I am using china, that is for 20 years of marriage, and then silver, and that is for 25 years of marriage. So I want to show you how I incorporate all of those elements into my table. And then I also want to share with you this beautiful centerpiece that I created. I used a thrifted item to hold the centerpiece, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that later. I also did a tutorial for that one, a quick and easy. You know, I always say that, quick and easy. It is. Trust me on this one. But I want to take a moment and show you how I put everything together, how I used the color purple to kind of pull the colors of the china, the crystal, and the silver together. And you notice I even have on the purple. It's just such a gorgeous, regal, royal, beautiful color. I am also going to show you how I put together a place setting for the table, take it apart and put it back together for you. And I have that duplicated all the way around the table. So if you will just hang in there for me just for a quick moment, relax, I'll be right back. Well, thank you for joining me once again. I want to show you how I did one of the place settings that I duplicated all the way around the rest of the table. First thing I'm going to start with is this charger that I got from Amazon, purple. I love the design in it. I love that it has some, what I call some of the diamond looking edges design in there. I got it in purple because I wanted to really have a nice color on the table to go along with the crystal, the china, and the silver. So I'm going to start with the charger, and then I'm going to follow up with the dinner plate. And this dinner plate is from my china that I've had for quite a while. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you may have seen that I've used a piece here or a piece there. But for this tablescape, I decided that I was going to use all of the pieces of the china for this set. And now I'm going to come in with the salad plate, again, also part of my matching china set. And then the soup server. And also for any coffee or tea service, I also added the saucer and the cup. Now this cup, you may have seen this in my Tea for Two tablescape. If you haven't, I hope that you have a chance to go back and take a look at it. And then I have my flatware. I have my fork on the left. I have my knife, and then I have my spoon. I also did a napkin folding, and I'll do a quick tutorial and show you how I put this together. And then I also added in the middle of it the menu that's going to be served tonight for my guests to kind of take another peek at. And now what I want to show you, and I'm just so honored, so proud to be able to share this with you. And this is a Waterford crystal that I have on the table as part of this anniversary celebration. This comes from the collection that belongs to my father-in-law, who I call Dad, hi Dad, and my late mother-in-law. They picked this up on one of their many trips to Ireland, Waterford Island to be exact. And so when he found out that I was doing an anniversary tablescape, he asked if I would like to use his Waterford crystal. And I cannot tell you, the tears started to well up in my eyes, because I just thought that that was a very special thing for him to do, was to offer this to me. And then I also have the wine glass, a very petite looking wine glass here. I'm usually used to a huge wine glass that could almost hold a bottle, but this is very small, only about 5.5 inches tall, but it is still beautiful nonetheless. It just really sparkles in the light, and it's just so wonderful, so nice to add to this table. And again, I truly thank my dad and again my mother-in-law for the use of their crystal. Now I'm going to go around the table and show you how I put everything together and let you see it as well. So I do have the silver candlesticks, and then I added purple candles in there to go along with the rest of the color on the table. And then there is this beautiful centerpiece that I created, and what I use as the item to hold everything in is this crystal. You can see that there, how pretty that is. This is a punch bowl. Now, you don't see these punch bowls out there too much anymore, and I found this. It was thrifted, and you could probably find one. You could find one. This one is pretty big. I actually use this as part of my centerpiece for my Bridgerton-inspired floral arrangement for the Peony Festival, and it was quite huge. And so as you thrift, you may be able to find some that are a lot smaller, but I like this one because it is huge, and I like grand, I like dramatic, and I thought this would be a good addition to the table. And so what I did was I created this using some kale right there, and then I added some eucalyptus right there, and then I have these nice soft lavender roses all over. And of course, I always like to go for an organic look to my floral arrangements because when you think about it, that's how things grow in nature. Organic, they kind of do whatever they want. They grow any way that they want, and I like that when I do a lot of my floral arrangements because I like to have a more natural look. I did keep this a little low, of course, because this is for dinner, and I want to make sure that guests, they can see each other as well as have good conversation during dinner. Show you that a little bit more. That lavender and the kale and then the eucalyptus tips go so nice with the lavender flowers. Well, thank you for joining me today as I presented my anniversary tablescape to you as part of my wedding tablescape series. This is the last one in that series. I started with the groomsmen. I hope you had a chance to see that. And then I went on to the bridal brunch. The bridal brunch has to be like one of my favorite tablescapes. I really did over and above on that one, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And then we conclude again with the anniversary tablescape with the silver crystal and the china. I hope that you get some inspiration from this, from anything that you're doing for yourself or for someone else, for a guest, that you'll get some inspiration from these things that I bring to you in these videos. And if you like my content, if you like the way that I present my content, I hope that you will go ahead and like my content. That would really mean a lot to me. I also hope that you enjoy my content so much that you will also subscribe and become part of the Mimi Made It by Ladia family. It would really mean a lot to me if you would do that. So again, I want to leave you with some film of the tablescape so that you can take another look at it. And as always, I just want to say to you, whatever you do and wherever you go, be blessed. Thank you, and bye-bye.